Hi, it's LadyM again. I'm here at MHtv, and for December we're doing couples in the industry, and we're launching with today's spiritual power couple in Baltimore, Marlon and Tiffany Austin. How are you?
We're doing wonderful, wonderful.
That's great.
Great.
So I have to ask, how long have you all been a couple?
A couple?
A couple.
I'm gonna let her take that just to be on the safe side.
He don't know the answer.
Just to be on the safe side. Y'all know what it is?
10.5 years. 10.5 years?
I was gonna say 11.
Wow. How long have y'all been married?
6 years going on 100. 6 years.
6 years.
Yes, it's fun.
That's awesome. Okay, so I have to ask, I'm gonna ask the wife, does his role, Marlon's role as a minister, interfere with the relationship? Sometimes do you feel like,
wow,
I need my husband out of the minister role?
Yes. It interferes, but not as much, because since he's been doing it for 4 years, he's learned how to turn it off or turn it down. How about that? Because sometimes I do have to tell him, hey, I don't want to talk to my minister. I want to talk to my husband. So he learns how to shut it off. He knows, okay, I'm home. I can relax. I can take off my robe.
I think it's funny because we were just talking about that on the way over here. She just was saying, like, you've been so busy. You need to slow down. So it's like, for me, I need her to, every now and then to bring me back to, you know, okay, baby, you're right. Let me slow down a little bit, because it can be very demanding trying to balance out, you know, ministry as well as work, as far as being a father and a husband. My wife is the next closest thing to God, so I have to make sure a happy wife makes a happy life, and an unhappy wife, my. And it's the truth. And I thank God that she's so supportive, because, you know, women are very territorial. They don't like to share. And you have to share me with the world, and it's like, I know I'm called to ministry. I'm very good at what I do. I love ministering. I thank God for my gifts, and I give him all credit and glory, but I have to make sure I keep this woman happy. That's why I spoil her. I treat her like a queen, because I be drained. So she takes the kids, and my kids are a handful.
How old are they?
2 and 4. We have Marlon Jr. and we have Taylor, and they keep me busy.
I'm gonna take it back to the fun side of things. How did you all meet?
I'm gonna let her take that one. How did we meet, baby? Tell the truth.
I am going to tell the truth. We met in middle school in the 6th grade. He was my boyfriend.
Okay.
And he broke up with me because I wouldn't give him none.
Are you serious?
You told him to tell the truth.
Told him to tell the truth. Told him the truth.
Come on, keep going. Get past that part.
And then we met again on the corner of Emerson and Loudon.
Yeah, I was in the hood.
And he asked for my phone number, and I said no.
And she pulled up, and I stood in the street like.
But the girl that was in the car with me was like, you don't go back and get that boy your number? He cute. So I went back.
I always had a crush on her. I was the type of person I felt like I can get any girl I want. But I wanted her, but she was like, and I would see this little blue car coming, so I would see it. So I would run down, and when she come down, I would just sit on the porch. I was like, hey, how you going? And then her grandmother lived down the street, so then she gave me a number. Then once she started to talk to me, she was hooked.
I'm watching you all on Facebook. I watch how you all communicate. A lot of people will say that your relationship lasts when you don't post about it on Facebook. I see that a lot.
I think Facebook interferes when you have an insecure couple.
Okay.
We don't see each other a lot. Him ministering, me working, me doing the raps. We don't see each other. So it's nice to show people that I do love and miss my husband, because everybody just think we're probably just always together. We're not. But I want the world to know I love him. So what's the problem with it? Oh gosh. So what's the problem with that? I don't think when you have a problem with other people saying, getting on Facebook and coming at this individual, and that individual not checking that individual, that's when it becomes a problem.
Something that I use to show my wife how much I love her, but also to show the world out here that you still have young people out here that's in love. I am a human. I do like to laugh. I do like to joke. So when people see that side of ministry, it draws people closer to God. It may give somebody hope.
Right.
To say, you know what, well, I can find me a man that loves me. It's not always this negative, you know, thing. Okay, well, he married, he a minister, him and his family is in ruins. No, so most of the people know me from Facebook.
Since you said that, man, I'm gonna spin off of that because I was always taught that as the woman, you worship where your husband worships. If you didn't like where he was worshiping, how did? And I respect that because a lot of men won't move. How
God
did?
dealt with me on that.
Okay.
Because I said, Jesus, check this out. The only way I'm leaving this church is when you come pick me up and take me yourself. But at the end of the day, it's like I go out here and I'm ministering to hundreds of people. I'm encouraging people. I'm praying for people. And then it's like at the same time, I was growing, but my wife wasn't. And then when I got the answer, I didn't like the answer. God said, you can move. I said, no. And I knew it was like that because even after that, I never told her that God put it in my spirit that, okay, I need to go find a church for everybody. I still was being stubborn. I still was just going with the program, and then I became unhappy. And when we moved, but we still went to church service. And so it's not like pulling teeth. She comes to Bible study. She's never, like me, I'm a church. I can stay in church all day because I'm so used to it. And it's like,
now you see her growth.
And now she'd be like, all right, we're going back to second service. I'm like, whoa, you want to go back to church? She's like, yeah. And not only are we in there, she in there working, she's serving, she's been a part of stuff.
As the wife, and I heard you mention that you're constantly in ministry, you're constantly healing and blessing and praying. As Marlon's wife, and I'm coming back again because I feel like in a relationship, both people matter. How do you balance your roles? He told me how he kind of balances how, because you have to be a wife, you have to be the supportive wife, but you also have your needs. You have the children, you have the household, you have a job, you have a side job, and you have church. How do you balance?
To be honest with you, I think it's prayer. Because I really don't know.
Just go.
I just go. Like, I don't know when's the last time, other than getting my hair done, I don't know when I took some time for me. It's always them. But I love it.
Okay.
Like, I enjoy it. So it doesn't really matter to me because I love when he preaches. So I love to fill him up. Make sure I pray for him. Make sure he good. The kids, you know, they always good.
On my theme for families, like it can happen because I think Baltimore is just so hopeless, and so there's a lot of people who don't feel like they can be in a relationship together. They can't talk about it on Facebook, especially in the industry. I can't talk about my lady because now they won't support me, but it's a way. I'm sure you still have your support, and it may even in some instances make your support stronger that you praise your wife and you acknowledge your wife and y'all acknowledge your relationship. So I just want to take a minute to say that I commend you. Who do you all look to as pillars spiritually for your marriage as well as your walk?
Me, our new pastor and his wife, I absolutely admire them. They have young kids. You know, she works, she not only, you know, is his backbone, but she works in the church too.
As a young man, you definitely want to have somebody to look up to, and it's like my pastor, he does an awesome job. And I look and say, okay, well, he's balancing family and church, and he's a pastor, and he has more responsibilities than me. So I look at them, and he's very reachable, like we touch bases, and that gives me strength and hope. So not only are you responsible for your family, but you have a whole flock. And my family's in that fold, and he's definitely somebody who I can look up to as that example. They're a very powerful couple.
Minister's wife, are there any projects you're working on spiritually that I guess came from motivation from being around Marlon?
I'm working on a marriage ministry.
Okay.
Couples ministry. 7 of our friends all got married between 2006 and 2008. 2 couples, including us, that are still married.
Okay.
People can talk about their problems and their things, and it won't get out to the world. You ain't got to worry about me say, hey, you know, Marcia told me that her and her husband go through, you know, anything. You don't have to worry about that. You just talk about it, we get it out, and, you know, we can fix it.
The ingredient for a young couple to a successful marriage, in your opinion?
My opinion is,
What's up, man?
because I'm thinking, it takes work. It takes prayer. I think you should put God first in anything that you do. And don't be quick to run. Because when it get real, anything that's worth having is worth fighting for. So there are going to be some tough times. There are going to be some things, some things you go through. Y'all got to stick together. Like, we've been together since we were 18. We've been through everything together. There's nothing that you can say, hey, have we been through? And we can tell you, no, we ain't been through that. We've been through 18, we're 28. We've been through, if we can deal with life together, then we good.
When I just tell you something, I'm not just telling you, but you understand and you trust me. So it's like, I don't want it should never be, a lot of times you don't have trust because you have insecurity. So which means that you're going to have preconceived things in your mind that's not even going on because you're insecure. Right. And that's a lot of times people get happy. A lot of times people get married to become happy. You should be happy before you get married, because if you're not happy, no matter what that person do, it's not going to work because you're not happy within yourself. Build that communication, because you can't build the communication trust if I don't even know what's going on. I don't even know you had a rough week. I don't know because I've been so busy. So definitely talk about it. And I'm not the easiest person to talk to. But she's like, no, listen to what I'm saying. I know you hear me, but I need you to hear me. But I think I've been doing really good at my listening. What you think?
Okay, so I don't know if you all have seen any of MHtv interviews, but I always ask a sticky situation.
Oh, Jesus.
I told you that.
You're pastoring or being brought in as a pastor and associate minister of a church. You all agree, you go. Pastor of the church is having an affair on his wife, and you know.
Me, I would approach him in love. I would, not blast it and just say, Pastor, you're wrong. And I would expect him to do the same for me, because I would do it not in minding his business, but out of love. I know what's going on. I know what's going on. You wrong. So you want to get out? You want to get out? You want to pray about this? You want to, is there anything I can do to help you?
And if he wasn't receptive, would that be
Then I would go to the next step. He says, after you approach him, it don't work, then you pull somebody else in. Then I would go to maybe like his deacon, who's an armor bearer, the next person closest to him. Then we both would approach him again, and then we would allow it to lead from there. But I wouldn't just not say.
You wouldn't just up and stop worshiping,
no.
Ministering under him. You would try to
restore him, help him get on track.
Do you all have any shout outs? Anybody you want to acknowledge? You want to tell people where you worship?
Come on, baby. Come on, just talk. Come on, act like that. Check the church out.
I want to shout out to Faith Christian Worship Center. That's where we worship at. Come every Sunday, 10:30. 700 North Pulaski Street. Come on, worship with us.
Bring a praise.
Also, holla at your girl Tiffany. I'm selling wraps. You want to get that back fat? Holla at me.
And me, I want y'all to be looking forward to the ministry coming this year. It's called Men Molding Men. It's going to be a very dynamic program for men, because we have a lot of things out here for women. You got the FCO, the women's groups. This is a men's group. It's a men's ministry where we will be doing a lot of clinical work. We're going to have fun, and we're going to address some serious issues that men don't like to deal with, like anger. We're going anger, stress, responsibilities, financial literacy, a lot of things. And the title is Men Molding Men, because you think about molding, you think about a clay. And we want these men to come. I don't care how broken you are, I don't care how lost you are, I don't care what you got on, how you look. Come in, and we will help you build up. It's going to definitely be a powerful, powerful program going into the 2014. Anything else we got?
That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you. And look, we want to shout you out. We definitely appreciate you. And we thank you for even allowing us to have this opportunity to come on the show, and even looking at us to be somebody that's even considered to be a power couple. This one is crazy.
Thank you.
Always remember, you look so much better when you smile. Come on. I almost gave up. But that Holy Ghost power, y'all, came down from heaven. Hardships, difficulties, tears, storms. This is what I do.